Hello everybody. I'm just going to create a little bit of a tutorial on how we can use OneNote and a little bit on Teams and all the resources I've been using in order to do distance learning and empower our students to carry on with lessons as normal as possible for MFL. MFL is a very difficult subject to teach. I don't think we can just send a lot of files for them to do on their own. That would be good for revision, for listening, even and reading. But we want the kids to actually start learning new stuff and not using Google Translate or not using basically coming up with awkward vocabulary. I think we need to simulate the classroom as much as possible, and we need to do that in a flipped way. Okay, and this is what I mean by that. The way I've been doing it is being with OneNote and one class notebook. So the first thing you need to do is to go to Office 365 and then you go to class notebook. Okay, and in here what this allows you is to create actually your classes. So you go create a new class, you give a name, you add teachers if you want them, you want to. This is really good, so you can share resources because then everybody's part of the same OneNote. Then you add the students' names. Remember, for this to work, the school has to be a Microsoft 300 Microsoft school. Basically, you need to have this package in your school. Then add in private spaces. I will tell you later on what that means. Have a preview. Done. You have it. Once you create your class note, you come back here. You can access your class OneNote in OneNote. Okay, so remember, this is just to manage it. You don't access it from here. You go to OneNote, so you are here, and then you would see, like for example, all your classes and all your OneNotes for one for every class, hopefully. The good news of this as well is that you can also have OneNote as an app, and this is normally how I use it. So to have my app here, and it synchronizes. So whatever you do online will synchronize in the app. Whatever's in the app will synchronize online. So wherever is easy for you. So I'm going to show you now how I have done my work. So when I come, this is my OneNote on the app. If I click here, what I do have is all the classes. Okay, so we're gonna give you the moment. I'm with my year 10. Okay, yeah, that's the one. And this is what I've done. You have a collaboration area. What does that mean? This is how it comes. All of them got a collaboration area. For me, the collaboration area, the way I've done it is for me, as you can see here, as a way to sign in. So this is collaborative. It means everybody, all the students, including me, everybody is, can access and everybody looks at what they've written. It's like a chat, basically. So very useful for signing in. So for example, this person just signed in, Olivia, and just say hello, miss, and you can see here the initials of the people who contributed. Okay, so Olivia Dennis. Okay, so Shirley Curtis. So you do have here all the things TB, all right, and they basically can sign in. You can use this as well as a chat, and if there is a problem, okay, you do it with this as well, so the kids can communicate with you. Then this is quite important. This is the content library. The kids, when they open the OneNote, okay, this is basically what they will see. They will see the collaborative space, and they will see the content library and their own area. Okay, I'm going to show you in a minute. Now, how you're going to say how the kids are going to access this? Well, when you created your OneNote, okay, with class notebook, automatically everybody who is part of the notebook that you've invited, teachers and students, will receive an email, okay, inviting them with a link, direct link for them, you know, to access. If not, you can also share it here, but they will get an email. And that's it. And then once you get the email, then you just need to go to OneNote, online, Microsoft, and it will appear there. Okay, so that's how they access it. This is what I've done with my content library. What I've done here, if I included, you can add as many ads as you want to. You just go there, content library, and then you can add to section, and you can add as many tabs. Okay, so this is, you need to think about it as a file, as a folder, okay, with subfolders, as you would do in a normal directory, okay, for the computer. I created here lessons. I'll tell you how it goes, one for every day. I've also created a tab for Quizlet. Why? I do have, sorry about that. I do have all the Quizlet courses for my class, for this particular class here. So if they click on it, they just basically go into it straight away. So really easy. The way you do this, you just go insert, and then in the insert you can go for link. Very easy to create, and everybody has access to that. I've also included sentence builders. Why? Because this is what I'm doing with my kids. I'm giving them sentence builders, and I put the ones we've done since September. So within my folder here, my tab, I can create then inside different pages. So what I've done here is I created one for holidays as one page for every topic. And how do you do that? You go to insert, and in the insert you're just going to say file, and this is what I've done. I've inserted a file. These files are PDF, so this is everything to do with holidays. All the sentence builders will take some time to download. Okay, there they are. Okay, so they are my sentence builders. They can go to school, and they would be the sentence builders to do with the school. So this is why is this important? Because everybody's like elaborate for them. They cannot manipulate it. It's only for you. Then also what I've created, listening and reading. Why? Because we do have exams, and I created this area of practice, okay, for the exams. Okay, so a lot of reading, a lot of listening. This is just basically links. They click on it, they go to an exercise, and all the audios that go with it. If you don't need, you can create here a section for grammar. It's up to you basically how you want to do. This is how I work. This is how it looks. You see everybody, all the students in the class, but the kids, when they open us themselves, they can only see this area. So for example, Antonio would be able to see Charlie. Emily won't be able, nobody will be able to see each other. They only can see their own area. So a child would see their own area, and also would look at, okay, the content library, the collaboration space. So this is great. I created for them some tabs, but they are more than welcome in their own area to create different tabs, just for them to structure the work as they want to. What is important, I said to them, for example, Charlie's got some more things, Antonio, she's got again the same thing. Emily's got more. She's created quizzes, she's created more tabs than the other two. What is important for me is that they need to have classwork. So in the classwork, they can write all the work they've been doing with you over this period. This is the beauty of it. You go to lessons, and this is how I've done it. Starting the 23rd of March. Okay, so what I've done here is that I'm telling them yeah. So basically, this is for the 27th of April. Okay, when I see them, just one at random, and this is what I've done. This is my lesson. I add the page for every single day, and they just go there, sign in, and just reminding them, and they know they need to go to the collaborative space to do that. And in here, what I've done is this: I'm giving them instructions of what to do during this lesson. So at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm creating little videos with myself, explaining the things that we do, that basically, and doing the activities that we do in lessons. So this is just a screencasting, and if I would use a PowerPoint, that would be it, the PowerPoint. If it is a notebook with a smartboard, because in my school we use that, it would be in there. So anything that we do in the classroom is there, and they just go with it just guides the students to do repetition after me, to do oral, to the translation, to the dictation, etc. So what I've done, that was uploaded that in YouTube, and I just put the video in here. Okay, these may seem very, very elaborate, but it really isn't. These videos are not edited, they're full of mistakes, like this one is. This is just me doing it. Some of them are too long, I know that. I'm learning with it, but this is basically the resources I've already got, so I don't need to create anything new. It's just things I would have done in my classroom, and I'm just reusing them, and so I don't need to recreate the wheel. The reason why I chose this day is because I'm introducing a new topic. So that's why I say we start a new topic with Tiempo Libre. Watch the video and do the exercises I explained to you. Use your classwork area, okay, on OneNote to do them. Make sure you access the Sentence Builder tab, which is here, and the Content Library, and print or copy and paste the new Sentence Builder on free time to your area and stick it in your book. Always stick it in your book if someone wants to be more fashioned. Okay, but the idea is this: you're going to need this Sentence Builder as a new topic, and then I'm introducing a new topic in here. They can play, you're not going to listen to it at the moment because I'm screencasting. But basically, yes, goes. I'm introducing the video there. They can make it big, okay? And the video basically is just telling them what to do. I'm introducing, they need to repeat after me. They need to do some writing of sentences, which normally we would do whiteboards, but they can do it now in the classwork area, etc. Okay, that's it. Okay, and what as part of the lesson, some of them may work at different speeds. So what I've done is I've got already my Quizlet course. This is something I would have done in my normal lessons as well, based on the sentence builder, and I'm giving them the link so some of them can start learning this vocab. So that would be my lesson. What will happen on Wednesday, the second lesson? The second lesson is going to be like a revision catch-up session. Make sure, basically, I'm giving them time to learn the vocab. So this is the same Quizlet that was on Monday for those people who finished early, but on Wednesday, everybody has to do it. So they need to learn the vocab. I've included a very good video. I recommend this video. Okay, it teaches the students how to basically save their test on Quizlet as PDF. Okay, so as proof to us that they've been doing actually some learning. We are not with them, so it's very difficult for us to do tests, vocab tests. So this is a way of showing that they've done the vocab test. So that's what they're doing during the lesson, learning the vocab, doing the vocab test, and then I got some oral practice. They need to translate sentences for me orally. And you're gonna say again, for that, I created a video. Okay, and what this is, what I told them here as well, which is quite cool, I think, is that as proof they've been repeating a bit, they've been doing the oral work in their classwork area, they can actually insert audio. If you go to insert, can you see that you go this tab audio? The kids can do the audio and they can have the audio in the background. They open your video, doing the activities, and everything will be recorded. And that would be in classwork. And then you will be able to access it, to listen to it if you want to ignore it, but at least you will have proof they've been doing the oral work. And this is oral work to do independently. Okay, this is no pair work. At the moment, there is another way to do pair work, but this is just a work interaction between you and the student online. And then at the end, for those ones who really go fast, then I said, okay, if the whole lesson is finished, you've done all the work because you're amazing, go back and leave it or interleaving, go back to other Quizlets from other topics and do some practice. And that takes us to Friday. The Friday's second part, they've done, I introduced the vocab, they've been doing practice. So I created another video. Again, this is my OneNote in the video. This could be your PowerPoint, things I would have done anyway. I think this is very important. I'm not creating more work for me. I'm only basically putting the work that I've done and putting it in YouTube. If you want, you're using PowerPoint, you can do the same thing. PowerPoint allows you to put a voice over, will be the same as the screencasting, much easier, whatever works for you. So this is the same thing. Watch the following video with activities to master the free time vocab. In this video, what I have is a lot of translation, as you can see, dictation, and again, as proof that doing the work, all that would be done in classwork. When they go to classwork, they add a page for every single day. Okay, and then in this video, there were some interactive activities, which are these ones, learning apps. Okay, if you don't know this, I would really recommend learning apps. Again, this is something I would have done in lessons and I put in the language lab or the computers in the classroom or as prep. This is a listening and this is a translation. Again, very similar to this. So what we're doing is really practicing all those sentence builders and all the vocab. All this is productive skills. Okay, which I think will be really difficult to do in an online situation. So learning apps, for example, the kids would come here. Okay, I think yeah, that's what it would be. And as you can see, translate the following sentences. Sorry, should be S there. Apologies into Spanish. If you click on hint, you will have the Spanish initials to help you. So what the kids do here is that this is the same things they've done with me orally. I'm reinforcing it again, but this is like a little bit of a game. And if they click on information, they can see the initials to help them. Okay, last week I played hockey, blah blah blah. Learning apps is another different area. Okay, it's very cool. You go to learning apps. Okay, I would say you can log in, you can create an account, and it's really good. You just create, there are a lot of different ways of doing things, and you can create basically an app, one activity. Okay, the one I'm using for this, when you look at the activities, is free text input. Okay, just for you to know, free text input allows you to do something like this, and it will go now, or we go back to Onenote. Also, you can do listening, because listen to, which is basically dictation with is text text to speech. So you just listen to it and you just write down exactly what you want. Really easy. Actually, it takes 5 minutes. And again, I'm not doing this because of the learning, because of the distance learning. This is what I would have done in my lessons. I just put it my lesson here. This is, and put it all together, and that would be it, really. I mean, I do have other lessons that are just more normal lessons. For example, I'm going to show you one where actually there was a little bit of interaction. This is a normal thing. This is a normal reading. Very easy. What document? You just put it here. Everybody gets it. Okay. And this, again, this is normal listening practice with all the exercises and all the audio files. Okay. Really easy. Sign in. Okay. Learning. So this is, and I think this is really easy to manage, doing listening, doing reading, and all that. But what I like with the Onenote is that and the videos is that actually, and again, you can use this with your or with PowerPoint, the way with a voiceover. What this allows me is to share and to be as interactive with the kids as possible and do the things that we normally do. Once you go your classes, you can swap from one class to the other, so that would be another one. This is my year 9, same thing, lessons, all the lessons. Year 9, rather than Quizlet, I'm using Memrise. So what I've done is I put all my Memrise courses. This is what was already created for me, all these Memrise courses. I haven't done anything. In fact, this was on Firefly, our VLE area. So the only thing I've done is just copy and paste it. And with year 9s, we use knowledge organizers, which is equivalent of sentence builders with year 10s. And what they do have here is the sentence organizers for all the topics that we're doing. And lessons, same thing. So you got a lesson, sign in. We will use Teams at the beginning. Yeah, watch this video, do the work, etc. Basically. And basically and this is a memorized vocabulary. In the video, sometimes there are some exercises they need to do, so I insert and I put the exercises here so they can copy, work on it. Remember, any exercises like on documents that you put in the content library, the kids cannot just access it and work on them. What they need to do is to double click, they need to copy it, and then they paste it in their own oral work, general work in their own area. And they paste it, and once they paste it, they can work on it fine there. But the content library is like, the library, everybody picks up here, this is the lessons, and collect it. How do I use this with Teams? What I do is literally, we do have Teams as part of Microsoft. At the beginning of the lesson, I create a group just for 3 or 4 minutes. I share my screen, I show them this is what we need to do. Any problems, I keep the Teams open, because we can have the chat in case someone is in trouble, someone wants to talk to me. But basically, Teams is just there just to touch base, basically, and to have that human contact. This is the work. I thought it would be really difficult to do this live. And also, what I think this allows us is to a little bit reflect on our work, how we do things, because I can actually imagine myself, after all this is finished, creating, not for every single lesson, but to do this kind of tutorials with extra practice, with extra grammar practice and explanations, as a way to support students, either for flying students and doing really well to do extra stuff, or for those students basically who are struggling. So this is what made me think all these. I think it's going to be a revolution, and the whole situation, although I don't like it and it's not ideal, I think we can get. I think there is definitely a silver lining behind all this. Definitely every cloud has its own silver lining, and I think we can learn from it. And this is a new way of working. But although some people may think, oh, takes a lot of time. No, it really doesn't. When I'm doing the opposite, I'm using all the resources. The only thing I've done is the screencasting, yes. But here you could have your PowerPoint you would do in the lesson, and you can have an audio here with OneNote just explaining what it is, or just put, as I said, the voice over on PowerPoint. I cannot emphasize this is no more work. This is what you would normally do in lessons, but you are making it more interactive, and what you do is you're flipping the classroom. The kids do this, they learn it, okay, and then yeah, and they're doing the work first, and then they do the practice. Rather than being led with you from from the beginning. It's flipping. This is flip classroom, and that's it. I hope you found it useful. If you don't, sorry, I'm just sharing something that I think is really working really well for me. And what can I say? Good luck to everybody on these really good experiences. Bye bye.